Hey everybody, Kennis Russell here. Hope you're doing great today. Today in this video, what we're gonna do is take this Starcaster. This is like the cheapest guitar, one of the cheapest like Stratocaster style guitars you can find. And we are going to use the Fender mod shop on their website and pick out mods to upgrade this. And I think we can actually pick out mods that would make this in some ways even better guitar than you could customize on the Fender mod shop. We're gonna get into that, but before we do, please do me a favor and like this video, subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and let's dive into this. So the Fender mod shop on the website, basically what this does is this allows you to go in and customize a guitar for yourself. Now these cost like $1,700 or something on those range when you get them done. But you can go in here and say, okay, I want a Strat, and then you can pick your color, you can pick your kind of wood, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is show you what we're doing here, what the mod shop does, and then show you the options that I have picked out. And I've got a survey put together where all of us can pick out what we think is going to be a good fit for this guitar to make this thing just really, really awesome. Let me go ahead and actually show what the guitar looks like up close here on this camera. That's the headstock there. Here's the back of it a little bit. Made in Indonesia. And that's the guitar. It actually plays kind of nice. And I think with some upgrades, we can make this like a, I'm not going to say on the level of like a Fender, one of these mod shop guitars, but like honestly pretty close. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the Fender mod shop and what options they offer, and then we'll go through my survey on what options I'm going to offer. And what I'm asking for you guys to do is to pick which options you would like for this guitar in the survey, and then I'm going to go on Amazon and buy all the parts for this. And I want to try to stay around the $150 range. So, you know, kind of in the range where if you were to buy this for $100 and then put in $150 worth of mods, $250, you have like a killer super modded Stratocaster. And then after this is all done, what I'll do is I'm going to give this away to one of you. And the way that I'm going to determine who to give it to is through Patreon. So if you would like to win this super modded Stratocaster when it's all done, all you have to do is become a patron of mine at any level, $1, $5, $10, whatever the case is, become a patron of mine. Anyway, what I'm going to do is take all the people that are in there, by the way, of which I don't think other than one other video I've even mentioned Patreon. So I've got one patron right now. Hey, Robert, if you're watching, nice to see you. So that being said, you got a really good chance of winning this if you become a patron right now for this this deal. And what I'll do is, if you're the winner, or when you're the winner, whoever it is, I will change the headstock logo. So right now it's just got Starcaster on here, but I have the ability to in Photoshop design any logo that you would want on it, other than a Fender logo. I'm not going to make a fake Fender, but this is an example of a guitar that I built, put together, and kind of a parts caster, and made a logo on there. And this is my Kender, and you can see like that looks awesome. It's got like a nice, I mean, to me this looks really good. It looks like what you would expect from a manufacturer to put on a guitar. So, you know, whatever your name is, I could put your name on there, or I could put, you know, your nickname, or come up with the name, you know, mixing like I did Kennis and Fender and made the Kender. And I can make up your own serial number, anything like that. I can customize it for you. So without further ado, let's dive in here. All the links are in the description. One thing you might want to do is just follow along this video and kind of pick out the mods as we're doing it. But let me just show you the Stratocaster mod on the mod shop here and what options they have. So first thing we're going to do, a couple things that we can't change. I'm not going to change the color, so let's go ahead and paint it black. All right, so here's where we start with the neck shape here. Let's go to this is the shape of this headstock right here. And then Next thing, fretboard is going to be the same. Pickups. Now, this is where I'll get to it in a minute, but actually I'm going to give more options on pickups than they even have here. I'm not going to, we don't have the budget to buy, some of these pickups. These cost hundreds of dollars, but I actually will give you more options on what it should be. So, let's just say we did pick this set right here, the single coil humbucker, or the HSS. I did open up the pick guard today and looked inside, and there's not room for a humbucker in the neck, but there is room for a humbucker in the bridge. So we can have a humbucker in the bridge. We'll have that option. The pick guard material, and I've got I'm narrowing it down here. On Amazon you can actually get any color you possibly could think of, but narrowing it down here to just the ones that we have on here. But you can, like, just for kicks here, I could say let's pick the tortoise shell one. So I encourage you to go on to the Fender Mod Shop and play around with this and see which colors and things you like. On the plastic color, let's pick the cream. I think that kind of looks cool. Tuning machines, regular locking tuners, vintage tuners. Let's just say locking tuners for now. The bridge, we'll have some saddle options I'll get to in a second. And I will be replacing the bridge on this too with an upgraded bridge. This one, actually, the tremolo bar snapped off inside here, so we're gonna need to upgrade that. The hardware color, chrome. We're just gonna stick with chrome. Strings, I'll put on whatever strings somebody that wins it wants. So that's the Fender Mod Shop. And as you can see, this guitar right here is $1,800. That's how much this guitar would cost to buy it from Fender. And let's go to my stuff and see our survey and what options we have, and we'll take a look through this. So first thing is the pickups, and let me just show you on Amazon what I mean by that. We've got a couple options: our standard single. We've got humbucker single, and then we've got the hot rail pickups. There's some companies that make kind of some cool pickups here that are hot rails, which are basically humbuckers in the size of a single coil. And so this is a triple hot rail, and then there's also some options of a hot rail in the bridge and the neck, but a single in the middle. So we'll have those options on the survey. So if we went to our survey and said, all right, let's pick whatever, HHS, like we kind of did before, then we can go pick up our pick guard color. And we've got the tortoise, the pearl, which I think is kind of cool looking, mint green, 3-ply white, and 3-ply black. So let's say we go to our survey here. Where did that go? And we'll pick I don't know, mint green, whatever. And then the plastic color, this would be like our knobs. I mean our it'll end up being our knobs and our pickups as well. So the cream or black or white, whatever, you can pick whatever color you want on there. So let's just say, I don't know, let's do cream. Then the tuners, excuse me, my voice cracked there. I'm going through puberty. And the tuners, we've got regular kind, upgraded locking tuners, which I really like, and then vintage tuners. And I will be replacing the tuners on this regardless. So even if it's these are just regular style up here, but even if everybody chooses regular, I'm going to replace them. I'm going to upgrade them. So we go back to our survey, and we will pick, let's say, locking tuners. Saddles, our options on saddles are the bent saddles, like Fender style bent saddles, block saddles, and these rolling saddles, or these roller saddles. The only ones I could see kind of have these like design on them. So if you pick the roller saddles, it's probably going to be these ones right here. So if you don't like that design, don't pick them. Let's just say bent for now. String trees. We've got the regular butterfly string trees like that it has on currently. Roller string trees, which I like. These Graphtec these are pre-lubricated, or they're like the kind of plastic that it's made out of is lubricated, so they slide nice. And then these are what you typically see on like an American Stratocaster. So you could go choose that. Let's say American Standard. Strap button. Basically, your only option in this is, I'm not even going to show it, but our options are these strap buttons here, or get locking straps, strap locks. So let's just say locking, who knows. And then the nut, we have a few options on that. Graphtec nut, which I particularly like. They're lubricated, they're nice. I usually upgrade my guitars with the Graphtec Tusk nut. A bone nut, a brass nut, or I saw this on here, so I thought I'd throw it in there. This is like a roller nut. I've never even seen that before, but I'll try to figure it out. We'll see. And then also, if you wanted to keep the cheap plastic one, you could pick that on the survey if you wanted to, but I recommend upgrading it. I probably shouldn't even put that on the survey. Let's just say this Graphtec one. And then our knobs, what we'll do with the knobs is, there's so many options you could possibly have on knobs. So what I've decided to do is, if it's a white knob, if it's a top hat knob, I give the option for that. That's going to be like this style knob. If you want that, great. And what I'll do is I'll match this to the pickups. So if you want the top hat, and we decided on cream pickups, they're going to be cream colored knobs. But there's a couple other options that we can do, which is chrome, metal chrome, and then metal black. So if we go back to our survey and we say, you know what, let's do metal chrome. And then our wiring, I'll give 3 different options on wiring: standard, blender, and bridge. And by the way, I'm going to upgrade the wiring inside here too. So you don't have to worry about that. I will make sure it's got quality pots and wired, and I'm actually going to shield this whole thing and make it where it's not noisy as well. And I'm going to make sure that might upgrade the switch too. And anything that needs upgrading is going to be upgraded internally. But as far as the wiring, there's a couple mods that we could do to this. We could do the standard, which is volume, tone, which is a master volume, and then tone for the neck, and the second tone is for the middle pickup. What we could also do is have the blender knob mod, which basically turns this knob here into a blending of the neck position or neck and the bridge pickups. So if I'm on the neck position and I turn this up, I can get just the bridge pickup as well, or I can kind of turn down the volume on the bridge pickup and get mostly neck and kind of fine tune it, almost kind of like a Les Paul type thing. And if you put it on the bridge, it's the opposite. The volume controls the neck. And then if if it's got up all the way, you basically get kind of a Telecaster-y type sound because it's not playing the middle pickup. And then the other one, and this is typically the one that I do on my Stratocasters, is the tone knob here being made to adjust the bridge. So instead of it just adjusting the middle pickup, I like to have a tone knob for the bridge pickup. Now, once that happens, everybody gets all these in here. What I will do is I will go on and Amazon, and I'll make a video of me ordering all these parts. So I'll go, and I've got a preliminary list. I kind of put together a template, and it was right at $149. So hopefully it won't go too much more. I'm gonna have to spend a little bit more money for the headstock to do a custom headstock logo, but we'll see what happens. If I have to spend a little bit more than 150, that's fine. But I'm excited for one of you guys getting this, and be thinking about what kind of name you would want on the headstock. And I just think the idea of making a guitar in a community is kind of neat. We all kind of give our input, and we all kind of say what we think we would want, and there'll be a consensus that takes place, and then I'll make that guitar, I'll mod the guitar. And like I said, I think that this is going to be a great playing guitar. And just the fact that right now I kind of like this guitar, these upgrades are just going to make this an awesome instrument. So go ahead and go right now onto Patreon and become a patron of mine on there. Like I said, there's only one person right now that's a patron, Robert, and so you could be number 2, and there's just 2 of you. That's a 50% chance of you getting this guitar, any level, $1, $5, $10, whatever the case is. But more importantly than even that, please go on to the survey, and that link is in the description, and complete the survey, because I don't want to have just 3 people complete it and, you know, not really have a good estimate. I'd love to have 100 people complete this survey and really get a good idea of what the consensus is. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the follow-up video to this. I'm going to give it about a week for all the results to come in, and then I'm going to order all the stuff. So Kennis Russell, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.